Hello, Tappers. It's ElloArfur here, and today I'm coming back for another Springfield Designs video. Yes, so here we go. So today we've got absolutely loads of designs to show you for the power plant. Yes, look at that. And so, yep, the power plant consisting of the reactor core, the control building, and the control building as well. So there we go. And yeah, there's been absolutely so many designs sent in for this one. It has been incredible. So we've got a lovely showcase for you all today. Awesome. And yep, just a reminder that if you want to send your town designs in and also choose the buildings that we feature in the Springfield Design series, then please remember to join the Simpsons Tap Tap Lounge Discord server. And there's also loads of other stuff besides from just featuring town designs as well. So yeah, I'd highly recommend hopping along. So here we go. So the first one was kindly sent in by Crashik14. And yeah, I really like this power plant design. I do firstly like how it's surrounded by a river, and we've got some trees and things. And yeah, and we've got the White Witch Burns sleigh, and also the little elves working in the back. That's pretty cool. The little bit of debris there as well, the weather station as well, and some I love the nuclear waste hanging around on the outside as well. So it does give a really realistic looking design. So yeah, really cool one to start. So thanks to Crush It 14. That was a really nice design. So next we have Medusa's design. So here we go, and check out Medusa because they're on YouTube. Yeah, highly recommend checking out their channel. So here we go. So this design, we've kind of got the concrete walls used, looks really nice, and I love the little entrance. And we've got the parking out the front, a telephone box, and then yeah, we've got a little walkway leading into it, and the control building. They've used the opening in the fence, the gap in the fence, yeah, to allow people to enter, which is really well done. I love the trees amongst it, and yeah, really, really nice stuff there. Awesome. There we go. So next up we have Chezza with a really nice looking design here, and yeah, I do. There's a lot of things that are great about this design. I love the parking area, first of all, and the little gaps in the iron railing, so people can park up and then they can walk into the power plant. It's great, and the telephone boxes as well, the newspaper stands, and all the parking meters as well for the employees. And I love the use of the trees around this design as it does incorporate the power plant into the local area pretty well. And yeah, the use of that other parking area does look very cool, and that's something that does seem to look cool by the looks of it from these designs so far. So there we go. Thanks, Chezza, for that one. So we go. This next one is from Callaway, and yes, it seems that this design here has incorporated the power plant into this wider area of different buildings, and we've got the the duff. Oh my goodness, the duff decoration. I always forget how to pronounce the word, but yeah, that does look very cool. Topiary. We've got the duff topiary. Goodness knows what one it is. But yeah, and I do love all the kind of factory buildings around. It's kind of an industrial area. And yeah, the iron railings used pretty well. And I love the parking out the front as well. And the iron railing around to create the different sections of the factories and things. Yes, that's really nice. And I also love the nuclear waste scattered around as well. That is awesome. There we go. So thanks to Callaway for that one. So next up we have a design from Crazy Larry. And yeah, what I like about this design and how they've incorporated the power plant well into the wider part of the town. Really, they've really blended it in well. Love the trees around the back. That's really cool, and I do love the little parking area for Homer's car. And oh, there we go, all fixed. Yeah, the geriatric park jeep as well. Yeah, used. Yeah, it's nice to have the vehicles there, as it does make the parking area more realistic. And yeah, so we've got a bomb shelter as well, the XP collider, all these sorts of buildings around. And yeah, they've also used the entrance to the control building, that little gap in the fence, effectively as well, so people can park and go around the corner and enter. So yeah, really good stuff from Crazy Larry there. Thank you. So next up we have Woe X. So here we go, another design. And so yeah, it does kind of look like it's incorporated into a sort of industrial area once again. We've got the slaughterhouse, to the side of it, which does look pretty cool. And I love the barriers to the entrance. That is very nice. And this, look at that Space Mutant. And the telephone boxes as well. The concrete walls, kind of creating a little parking area as well as the iron railings. Yeah, concrete walls, I would say, helps to bring out the industrial feel of the building. And yeah, they've used the little gap in the fence again with the control building at the front and the other bits behind. That works really effectively. And yeah, it looks like there's different sections as well. So really, really clever stuff. Awesome. So next up we have a YZ. And yeah, so they've also had the idea of putting the control building at the front and then the other buildings at the back, which I think does work really effectively. And yeah, love the pavement walkway, and yeah, the little lamppost as well, integrating it with the town, the rest of the buildings. Very nice. There we go, that's a YZ. Thanks for that one. So next up we have Nerd Kawaii 235. And yeah, I really, really like this design because it's got a little eating area with a fleeter pit van, little crystalline fences for all the employees to go and have a bite to eat. That's really clever. And we've got lots of parking as well. We've got Burns's car and Homer's car. So that's really nice. And once again, we've got the control building at the front. The employees can go in. Yeah, it's really cool. Really clever design, and I do like the idea of having a little eating area for the employees. As I mean, they've got to go somewhere for lunch. So there we go. So next up we have Just a Person. And yes, it does seem that this power plant has been incorporated into the more industrial part of the town once again. And here we go. So we've got it around the kind of dump buildings. What I would say is that some of the parts of the power plant are obscured from viewing, and so yeah, maybe what this person could do is maybe move the buildings around a little so we can see the power plant a little better, and yeah, maybe create a bit more of an entrance. But what I do like is the use. It's got a whole little section, the metal depot and the iron railing there towards the back. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So there we go. So thanks to Just a Person for sharing your design. That's really nice. So next up we have Major Tom, and I really like this design. We've got a kind of look at that, this kind of radioactive oozing pit. I mean, yeah, that's brilliant. And the river around the power plant is also a really nice idea, as power plants do tend to be located by rivers, so they don't overheat. So yeah, pretty clever. And look at that, the robot Homer there. Look at that out the front of the bomb shelter, and the barriers as well, and the scattered trees around it does really, yeah. I mean, the scattering of the trees does help it perhaps seem like a more rural building, as yeah, it's not always going to be a building in the centre of town, as yeah, the fumes and all of that. And they've used the control building entrance again, the road linking up to it, and we've got dumpsters. And I do love this. I forget what it's called, but it does look very cool the way they've added that one in, and the barriers to protect the civilians from the unsafe bits of the power plant as well. That is brilliant. So there we go. So thanks to Major Tom. That's a really nice design. So next up we have Uncle Blackie. Yes, and what I really like about this is kind of got bits of debris on the inside. I think that's a great idea, having little bits of debris to show that it can get out of hand sometimes, and perhaps the work is kind of careless there. So that's great, and the pavement looks very cool. And yeah, the control building at the front once again, the acting as the main entrance to the power plant. I really like that, and that's something that most of the designs have incorporated, and it does look great. And the use of the iron railing as well. Yeah, that's really clever. Thank you. That was a lovely design. So next up we have Lucas, And in this one, we've got the Frank slab as well. We've got a kind of more Burns centered design. And yeah, we've got the control building. I love the parking out in the front and the Frank slab used for the research for Mr. Burns, perhaps. And yeah, we've got all the different sections of the plant. Got the little average trees around it as well. Yeah, it does look very cool. I love it. Really, really nice. Awesome. Okay, so on to the next one. Thanks, Lucas. Yeah, there we go. On to the next one. And so, firstly, I don't know how they've done this, but they've got two of Homer's car. I find that really confusing, but they do look slightly different. So that's interesting. Here we go, and this one is from Alex as well. And I do like how this one's got bridges leading up to it. That's a really nice idea. We've got parking at the front, got a little bomb shelter to evacuate the power plant if something goes wrong. And they've got sections of the power plant as well, which is really clever. I like that. And yeah, the burn slant drilling company bit separate on the side. Look at that. The barriers up in there. Just these little decorations that just do make the difference. And having the trees around the river as well, that's great. Yeah, so overall, another brilliant design. So next up we have Phrase Paling. Oh yes, and Phrase Paling is known for their good designs, and they've gone pretty out the park with this one. Oh yes, so the top half we've got a kind of 3D designs as if the plant is on top of a hill, and just the use of those singular hedges is incredible, really, and what it has achieved. And yeah, it seems like they've got all kinds of different ways of designing it, which is really nice actually. Must have taken a lot of effort to create all these different ones. And here we've got the tie yard as well. And the statue at the back, I love that, the parking lots and things. And over in this one, I love the pavement and the hedges kind of swerving around there as an entrance. And I love the parking as well. The flowers makes it look really pretty power plant design. That's what you're going for. And in this one, we've got a dedicated area for Burns's car. And we've got parking as well. The trees, it just looks really nice, that one. And that's the bottom of the hill of that one. So there we go. Phrase Pei-Ling, gotta say, you've blown me away. You've blown me away. So there we go. So on to the next one. We have LX next. So here we go. So I do really like this one because got the little detail of having the cones between the parking and the control building to control who comes in. A little on the barriers as well. We've got a telephone box. The bomb shelter is acting as an evacuation area. I mean, that's got to be essential in every power plant, right? And then, yeah, having the control building in front of those two buildings, the reactor core and the cooling towers. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Nice detail there. So there we go. Thanks to LX. And so moving on now, these are some more general designs that I managed to find. So here we go. We've got different sections in this plant. It's got some barriers and a little bomb shelter. And yeah, the scattering the trees around does look pretty cool, gotta say. So there we go, there's that one. And then we've got this one. This is quite cool. They've used the Burns Colt statue there. It's really nice. We've got lots of machinery and things. So yeah, they've really built on the power plant theme there. The Duff McShark tank. So it's like Mr. Burns' lair, basically, which is great. And we've got a pit as well, the water. Great 3D design in there too. That was fantastic, that one. And then we've got this one, the Burns Colt quarters. And look at that, we've got the work from home station in the power plant. That's great. And look at that, that's the trophy that Homer won. Lovely little spotlights next to it as well. Yeah, that's another great one. And then we've got this one with the bridge leading up to it. Mount Colmore at the back. I think that's really clever. They've got the high glow waste barrels and just having different things like that to give it a bit of character if you do have them. I don't. But yeah, if you have played the game for a while, it's worth adding those things in. And yeah, it's really cool. I do love all the different sections in this one that they've integrated with the fence. It's very cool. And then there's this one. All the trees around, so bits of nuclear waste amongst the forest. That's brilliant. And the parking as well. And look at that little reindeer. That is great. And the river. Yeah, that's really clever. So there we go. So that is actually going to be all of the designs for today. But I've got to give a massive thank you to everyone who entered the designs from the Discord server. Yeah, because honestly, we wouldn't have such a good showcase for the buildings in this series if all of you didn't send your lovely designs in. So a massive thank you to you all. And also, before I go, I'd like to remind you that if you want to send your designs in future Springfield Designs videos, then please remember to join the Simpsons Tap Tap Lounge Discord server. Also, it would be amazing if you could check out the ElloArfur Crew, because for just £2.99 a month, you can get early access to my videos, member-only shoutouts, and loyalty badges. And also, that reminds me, I've got to give a massive shout out to the Winter Wolf and the Slapstick Festival, who are members of the ElloArfur Crew. And also, it would be amazing if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons if you've enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and goodbye.